We are destroying Earth. Burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and farming livestock are three main causes of global warming, increasing the climate and Earth's temperature. This speech is going to tell you about the effects of global warming and how we caused it. Fossil fuels are one of the main causes of global warming. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, and heavy oils are all types of fossil fuels. Curious about what these are? No problem. These fuels release large amounts of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas into the air when they are burned. Why not just stop using these fuels? Fossil fuels supply about 80% of the world's energy. Stopping the use would have a drastic effect on fuel-powered machines, which would make transportation much harder. I'm sure nobody wants to walk. Better energy sources like solar, wind, natural gas are better options for energy. Maybe you can use them. Fun fact, natural gas is the most environmentally friendly fossil fuel because natural gas emits 50 to 60 less carbon dioxide. Dead. That's what it would be without oxygen. Deforestation is a major problem in our world now. A single tree is cut down every 2.5 seconds. Crazy, right? Deforestation causes 10% of global warming when they are cleared or damaged. They release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. 4 billion to 8 billion are used to create paper a year. Yes, the books that you have were once a tree. If we can plant more trees, avoid palm oil, produce less paper, maybe, just maybe, we can stop global warming. On the other hand, deforestation can be for a good cause. They can be used to make farms to feed people. The greenhouse effect is trapping the sun's heat in our atmosphere. The greenhouse effect is a lot like an actual greenhouse, trapping the sun's warmth into a dome. Carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, water vapor, and methane are some key greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide is very harmful to the environment, increasing the natural greenhouse effect, causing the temperature to rise. Animals and us humans, when we exhale, we breathe out carbon dioxide as waste. Trees normally absorb our carbon dioxide and give us fresh air to breathe. Why can't trees just absorb all the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? Sadly, it isn't possible. A typical tree can only absorb up to 48 pounds of carbon dioxide. What can we do to solve global warming? Using energy sources that don't emit greenhouse gases like solar, wind, biofuel, and nuclear. Reduce or even better stop the use of fossil fuels like wood or coal. Stop pollution by picking up rubbish off the floor. Maybe you can do it today. Most pollution is actually caused by China with 10 million tons of carbon dioxide. Reduce, recover, recycle, and reuse. Global warming is the biggest threat to our planet. Icebergs melting, temperature rising, and the rising of sea levels are all effects of global warming by humans. Thank you for listening to my speech about global warming. Have a good day.
The doll with the stylish pink outfit, the Barbie doll. Barbie is a timeless icon who's had a tremendous impact on generations of girls. She is so much more than just a plastic toy. She stands for diversity and is a symbol of women empowerment. Barbie is a powerful role model to young minds and inspires them to achieve their dreams and ignore stereotypes. The doll has made a lasting impact on millions. I never dreamed of trying to change the world. The words of Ruth Handler, the face behind the most iconic doll in history. In 1959, Ruth's idea for Barbie was brought to life by Mattel. At the time, the only doll available was baby dolls, which negatively impacted the minds of females, making them believe that they could only be mothers. She recognized the need for change and believed that every little girl deserved a toy that represented their potential and aspirations. She helped motivate girls to achieve more in life. Handler took the opportunity to start something that would inspire girls to dream further than traditional gender roles. To kids, Barbie was not just a toy, but a role model, someone they looked up to. Ruth's contribute to rewarded play will forever be celebrated and help young girls to realize their potential. Lots of people associate being feminine with weakness, which is far from the truth. Just because Barbie likes fashion and loves the colour pink doesn't mean that she can't be talented and independent. For years, Barbie has shown young girls that they don't have to give up their love of feminine things in order to be respected and to succeed. She demonstrates that brilliance is not based on gender and encourages girls to achieve academic success too. Barbie inspires women everywhere to fight against society's stereotypes. With her determination, she leads the way towards a future for girls to truly embrace who they are. With over 200 plus jobs and counting, Barbie is committed to supporting females to give things a try. In the past 63 years, the famous doll has been celebrated for her diverse set of jobs. She's shown girls everywhere that that they can pursue their passions. Barbie has played a variety of different jobs over the years, including lawyer, astronaut, scientist, and pilot. She has helped influence kids to achieve their dreams and is an example of how women can be clever, ambitious, and strong, while also embracing their individuality. Without Barbie, the world wouldn't be where it is today. Barbie helps represent diversity with dolls of different ethnicities, body types, and abilities. Over the years, 3 famous New Zealanders were given their very own personal doll, from fashion designer Karen Walker to legendary sports stars Dame Valerie Adams and Melody Robinson. By showcasing a wide range of dolls that reflect various backgrounds and appearances, Barbie teaches children to embrace differences and have an inclusive mindset. This representation goes beyond just playtime. It serves as a valuable tool in teaching acceptance and empathy, encouraging children to appreciate and understand others no matter how different they may be. Barbie's diverse collection of dolls contributes to creating a more inclusive world where uniqueness is celebrated. Behind the stylish doll lies a powerful message. Barbie encourages strength and self-confidence. She shows us that failure is just a stage on the road to achievement and to never give up. Barbie is a great example for young minds. She inspires them to achieve their dreams and ignore stereotypes. The doll has made a lasting impact on the world and helped shape the dreams of thousands of girls.
I think it would be great if the whole human race would remember the quote, "We have only got one Earth." Yes, all, we should be able to hand over our planet safely to the next generation. My topic today is why we must act against pollution. Does anyone here wish to live in a city full of pollution and rubbish? I believe not. So, in order to prevent that from happening, we must take certain precautions, and let me explain why. First, there are different types of pollution, that is, soil pollution, water pollution, sound or noise pollution. These are some types of pollution that affects both the environment and the living beings. In the matter of air pollution, it increases diseases like lung cancer, lower respiratory infections, asthma, etc. It affects people that are already ill. In addition, it decreases accessibility to safe water and food. Also, air pollution kills at least 1 in 10 people every single year. Besides, it reduces sunlight and is likely to be causing acid rain. And in the case of water pollution, 80% of the water pollution is caused due to domestic sewage. It also causes diseases like diarrhea, typhoid, cholera, etc. if the polluted water has been drunk. It also causes diseases like contamination of drinking water, thereby contributing to waterborne illness. Water pollution is also harmful to the ecosystem. Aquatic animals and mammals could be affected if the water is polluted. Regarding soil pollution, it creates risk to human health. It causes several diseases like headaches, nausea, vomiting, coughing, and irritation of the skin and the eyes. It also affects the soil fertility and thus puts our food security, which is essential for human survival, at risk. Polluted water also affects the fertile land, which leads to loss of availability of food. On average, 8.3 million people die of soil pollution worldwide. About noise or sound pollution, the most common health it causes is noise-induced hearing loss. Exposure to loud noise can also cause high blood pressure, heart disease, sleep disturbances, and stress. Noise pollution affects millions of people, and its main causes are vehicles, aircrafts, industrial machines, loudspeakers, crackers, etc. In conclusion, these are some reasons why we must act against pollution. Every kind of pollution leaves a negative impact on our environment and living beings. If we don't act against it, we would be jeopardizing our future and the next generations. Reuse reusable items like plastic bags, plastic bottles, boxes, and more. The next way to reduce pollution is to recycle items such as glass, cans, and newspaper. Make sure to keep our environment clean and ready for the later generations. Thank you.
Have you ever heard someone say, "Ooh, I am really craving a tofu salad"? Have you ever heard someone say, "Ooh, this meatless burger is delicious"? Have you ever heard someone say, "Ooh, this vegan lifestyle, I am really enjoying it"? And actually mean it? Well, maybe you have, but I'm here to convince you into why the vegan regime is stupid and unnecessary for your body. Okay, let's get this out of the way. The number one reason people go vegan is because they have pity for animals. But the thing is, you actually kill the same amount of animals for meat as you do vegetables. When the land being prepared for crops and land for grazing is every mole, rat, squirrel, snake, flightless bird, basically any ground animal has to be killed or displaced from their home for the crops and the land for grazing to be grown properly. So there's no point in becoming vegan if you have pity for animals. A good portion of vegans do so because they want to adopt a healthier lifestyle. But that justification is nonsense. You miss out on a lot of crucial nutrients such as protein, omega-3, vitamin B12, calcium, iron, and zinc. Look, I know you can get protein from veggies, but you're gonna have to eat a crazy amount of them to get the right amount of protein. For example, you would need to eat 66 carrots per day to get the right amount of protein for your body. And I wouldn't recommend eating 66 carrots. And I know you can get vitamin B12 from supplements, but those are crazy expensive. Plus, meat is tastier and cheaper. Now, this may sound crazy, but being vegan will not save the world. A lot of vegans argue that climate change will go down significantly if people stop eating meat. But the truth is, if the whole world went vegan, climate change would only go down by 20%. And I know that still sounds like a lot, but vegans are acting like that it'll go down by 50%, but that is not the case. Another argument is water usage, and that all the animals are drinking up all the water in the world. There are two problems with that. 94% of water that the animals are drinking is actually rainwater, and that 6% isn't enough to give water to all the starving people. The average cow takes up 2 kiloliters of water per year, but the average crop takes up 3.2 kiloliters per year. An alternative solution people use for animal milk is almond milk. Almond milk actually takes up 10 times more water than all livestock combined, and it isn't rainwater. So think twice before ordering an almond frappuccino at Starbucks. Vegans claim that if the feed given to livestock was given to humans to eat, that would end world hunger. But 84% of feed given to livestock is actually inedible, and that 16% that is edible isn't enough to end world hunger. In fact, that 16% of inedible feed, that 84% of inedible feed is given to ruminant animals such as cows, goat, and sheep. And they turn that inedible food into edible food, such as meat, milk, cheese, and other dairy products. So after all this, are you still considering being vegan? Well, you better not be, because it's bad for you and you're a bad person and no one likes you. So if you want to save the world, have a balanced diet of meat and vegetables and live a healthy life.
Self-cloning, or asexual reproduction, is when a living thing clones itself, creating an identical image. Because there is no other genetic input, this means it is exactly the same as the original. Some creatures that clone themselves are bacteria, starfish, and in my opinion, the suspicious road cone. Hello, this is why you should never trust road cones. So how did this dilemma all begin? It is estimated that there are 140 million road cones on this earth. That are a lot of road cones that are constantly standing about on the road, observing every single moment of our lives. The first variants of road cones were invented in 1914 by Charles P. Rhodabaker. The original road cones were quite different from the orange monstrosity we know and see every day. The first road cones were made out of wood or solid concrete, and were in fact not a cone shape. They were more like barriers. The modern road cones, though, were designed and created by Charles D. Scanlon. Charles D. Scanlon was a road painter back in the 1940s in Los Angeles. He created the road cone to stop cars driving over the wet paint on the road. They were bright, unlike the original wood and concrete ones, and were made out of rubber. They were also more stackable for when they got put away. Charles patented the idea in 1943. To give road cones some credit, they are surprisingly good for the environment. Why? Because when new PVC road cones are made, older ones are reused in the mixture. Although they are good for the environment, I think it's just another way that they're able to spy on us. Because they get mixed into the new mixture when they die. Except I don't think they ever die. I think they're always watching, just in a new form of cone, waiting for the day when traffic is the last thing you need. PVC road cones are the most common variant of road cones that you're going to find on the road. Road cones are made out of plastic and rubber and are made by intrusion molding or compression molding. Now, you're probably wondering why you shouldn't trust road cones. I mean, overall, they seem like pretty innocent objects, keeping us safe on the road by showing drivers where to go to avoid danger and slowing down traffic, right? Well, I think road cones are waiting and waiting until it's the perfect time for world domination, watching our every movement, trying to figure out the best way to bring down humanity into a dark pit of anarchy and chaos. Multiplying in the black of night, road cones breed more and more until it gets so bad that construction workers have to stand out on the road in snow, rain, sunshine, holding stop-go signs, using all their best efforts to try and control the ever-growing population of road cones. Yet they still explode in numbers, drowning each and every victim in a blaze orange sea of plastic. So in conclusion, though they may seem like innocent chunks of plastic, they are really preparing for world domination as they multiply and multiply in the night. I'm not sure if we can ever stop them, as our New Zealand roads have no immunity to the despicable road cones. Thank you for listening to my speech. I hope you will never look at road cones the same way again.
So, today I want to talk about something that we all work through at some point in our lives, adversity. Adversity is like this big tough challenge that comes our way and tries to knock us down. But you know what? We don't have to let it win. We can rise above it and come out even stronger. Adversity can come in many forms. It could be facing a difficult test, dealing with a loss, or going through a tough family situation. It's those moments when life throws us a curveball and we have to figure out how to handle it. Vincent van Gogh, a well-known Dutch painter, faced noteworthy adversity throughout his artistic career. Despite his immense talent and passion for art, Van Gogh struggled to gain recognition and money. In fact, he only managed to sell one painting during his lifetime. This lack of commercial success could have easily discouraged him, but Van Gogh maintained through his dedication to his craft. He continued to create masterpieces, pouring his emotions onto the canvas with lively colors and excellent brushstrokes. Van Gogh's resilience in the face of adversity serves as a testament to the power of artistic expression and the resilient spirit of human creativity. His awarded recognition as one of the greatest artists in history stands as a testament to the enduring impact of his work. But here's the thing, adversity doesn't define us. It's how we respond to it that really matters. We have the power to choose how we react and what we do next. We can either let it bring us down or use that as fuel to push ourselves forward. One way to tackle adversity is by having a positive mindset. It's all about believing in ourselves and our abilities. When we face a challenge, instead of thinking, I can't do this, we should say, I can do this and I will find a way. It's about having that inner confidence and determination to keep going no matter what. Another important thing to remember is that we're not alone. We have all these other people in our lives who care about us and want to support us. It could be our friends, family, or even teachers. When we're going through a tough time, it's okay to lean on them for help and guidance. They can offer a listening ear, or just be there to give us a much needed hug. Adversity also teaches us some pretty valuable life lessons. It's like a crash course in resilience and problem solving. When we face a challenge, we learn how to think on our feet and come up with creative solutions and adapt to new situations. It's through these tough times that we grow and become better versions of ourselves. So, my friends, let's not be afraid of adversity. Let's embrace it as an opportunity to growth and self-discovery. Let's face it head on with a positive mindset and the support of those around us. When we stumble along the way, we'll get back up and keep moving forward. In conclusion, adversity is a part of life that we can't avoid, but we have the power to overcome it and come out even stronger. So let's face our challenges with courage, resilience, and the belief that we can conquer anything that comes our way. Thank you for listening, and remember, we can rise above it and come out even stronger.
Good job, Derek.
Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Quoted by Mother Teresa. Love is known to be one of the strongest emotions a human can experience. It is known to be a complex emotion that can bring us both joy and pain. This feeling of affection is important for every person's life, as it can teach us many things, such as trust, relationships, and several other valuable lessons. Every different type of love is unique and special in its own way. This is why, during this talk, I will be sharing with you 3 of the 4 different types of Greek love and why we need them: storge, philia, and philantia. Starting off with storge. From friends to pets, there is a variety of different loves, one being family love, or in Greek translations known as storge. This is the natural fondness you would have towards your parents, siblings, or close relatives, like your grandparents. This love is key, as it is the first one we experience from the moment we are born. Starting from this point onwards, our parents guide us with great supervision, which is why the support our parents give us should always be equal to the respect we give them back. This is the only form of kindness we receive and learn till we reach the age of making new friends, which leads us to our next love, philia, otherwise known as friendships. Friends are always there for you. They comfort you in hard times and celebrate your good. Filial love is important as it can teach us about one's differences and personalities. This love is the appreciation and respect you would have towards a classmate, colleague, or any team member. Because the base of this type of relationship is common interests, loyalty, and trust. Speaking of which, trust plays a major part in a healthy friendship, as we have to learn to trust one another and how to be trustworthy to others. A true friend is someone you can rely on, someone you know is trustworthy, and someone who soon becomes family. These friends are the ones who have a positive impact on your life and the ones who have a special place in your heart. These friends are the ones that last you a lifetime. Lastly, we have philantia, which translates to self-love. Loving yourself has many benefits for your mental health, like lowering stress and anxiety levels, boosting confidence along with self-esteem, motivates you to do greater things, as well as giving you a more positive mindset. These things can be done if we prioritize ourselves and give ourselves time. It only takes 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself, breathe, and remind yourself of happy times. The topic of self-love can always circle back to self-judgment. To gain confidence, we must always remember to never let our minds bully our bodies and to embrace our beauty. To conclude, love can be a complex but meaningful feeling which we all need. Whether it's storge love to your family, philia to your friends, or philantia love to yourself, each of them are unique and different in their own ways. So if you're ever spending time with family, hanging out with friends, or taking care of yourself, always remember to make memories worth cherishing. To end off, I would like to share with you a great quote once said by David Biscoff. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides, meaning love is a two-way street. The love we give is the love we get. Thank you.
One of the main barriers with women's progress and advancement is gender inequality.
In other words, we view men and women differently even for the same activity. Most countries are often like this. Women's rights are fundamental human rights that are fought globally by women and girls. For each and every human being on the planet, it was codified by the United Nations over 70 years ago. It covers a wide range of topics, including the right to education and equitable pay. The gender salary gap and daily gender discrimination against women still exists. All people in the globe should value women's rights. It benefits every member of the society, not just them. The world may advance along with everyone when women are granted equal rights. Women would not have been permitted to participate in something as fundamental as voting if there were no women's rights. For women who experience gender discrimination, it is also an important development. Women's rights are crucial because they enable them to pursue an education and make for a living. It gives them the independence that every woman on earth needs. We must all ensure that women's rights remain valid everywhere. Men typically earn over 10% more than women, according to research in 2022. In several countries, women are underpaid even in advanced businesses. Women appear to be employed in occupations where they make up to more than 80% of the workforce for the company's financial well-being. Businesses like real estate, insurance, and finance have 84% underpaid jobs. In some cases, salaries between 74.4% and 65.2% of what males get. Women still only benefit from 75% of legal rights in the world compared to men. Women are prohibited from voting in a number of nations. As a matter of fact, New Zealand was the first country that allowed women the freedom to vote in 1893. After several years, the majority of countries had expanded to around 183 by the 1900s, leaving around 12 countries that still ban women from voting. Various said that women lack the mental capacity and knowledge to provide effective advice on political issues. Gender equality and women's access to land are closely linked. Women's economic autonomy and decision-making is considerably improved by them. They play a significant role in rebalancing the inequalities of power in families, communities, and institutions. Everyone is impacted by the rejection of women's land rights. It causes an increasing rate of drought, lack of water, loss of soil. Global events have already shown how sensitive we are to change in agriculture and energy supply. To summarize, only when women and girls have complete access to their rights, they will be able to live in liberty. It covers everything from fair wages to land ownership, among other things. Furthermore, a country can only evolve when its women have equal voice and are treated similarly. Women's rights are important because they allow women to receive an education and earn for a living. It gives them the independence which is necessary for every woman on the planet. As a result, we must all work together and ensure that women's rights are respected worldwide.